Hey YouTube, so this is going to be the first video about how to set up a tropical freshwater planted aquarium. And this video is what takes place after you originally set up the tank, like the challenges you'll come across about keeping the fish and stuff like that. Like the videos you see on YouTube are all videos about, like if you look up how to set up a freshwater aquarium, it's all going to be videos about get your aquarium, get your gravel, decorations, filter, heater, set it up, dechlorinate the water, fill the tank with water, cycle the aquarium, you're good. This is going to be what takes place after all that. So this video is going to be part 1 of, I guess, episode 1 of that series, which is going to be stocking your tank. And stocking the tank is much more important than most people originally think. Because each fish has a specific job, whether you know it or not. And people don't know that, and so when they set up their tank, they do it in a way they make more work for themselves, and eventually may even just give up the tank, and then it ends up in a big heap in the garage, and in a couple years it's just a broken aquarium in the corner of the garage or the basement or the attic. And when it had the capabilities of being a just beautiful aquarium. So this is going to be how to stock the tank. Now, like I said, each fish has a specific job. There are a total of 3 different kinds of fish. And so we're going to go over what kind of fish, like the 3 different kinds of fish, what their jobs are, and like what kind of fish fit into that category. Okay, so the first fish is what makes any tank just beautiful, is the looking fish, or the fish that you're going to look at. The fish that their job is really only to look at. So that would include like your gouramis, which I have 2 golden gouramis and then a blue gourami. And so that includes like your gouramis, tetras, oh, dang it, I'm having a brain cramp. Tetras, gouramis, danios, swordtails, mollies, platies, guppies, really a lot of fish. Okay, so that's where they fit in. And whoops, what they do is their only job is to make your tank look good. They don't really serve a purpose besides swimming around making your tank look good. The next kind of fish would be you can kind of see them back there, is algae eaters. They go through, and there's different kinds of algae, but like there's green and brown algae, and if you don't have these guys, unless you just keep your water quality pristine, and even then, even if you have really good water quality, you'll still probably end up having algae. They will go through, like, you can see kinda, I have green spots on my glass where, like green spots, some of those plants have algae on them. That's because there's extra nutrients in the water, because of the nitrogen cycle, which will be in a later video about. That's cycling your tank. That's all it is. If you go through and watch a video about cycling your tank, any good video about cycling your tank should tell you about the nitrogen cycle. But So you have your algae eaters, and those would be like your plecostomus, your Chinese algae eaters, snails, I think hill stream loaches, but they're cold water. Shrimp eat algae. And I know there's more, just not that I personally know of. Like, you could get into... Those are just the basic algae eaters. You could find all kinds of algae eaters if you looked. And there's all different kinds of snails. There's all different kinds of plecostomus. It just depends on how much money you're wanting to spend on. If you're just wanting cheap, then those, like, relatively cheap, those would be your kind. Those would be the ways to go. But there's all kinds of different algae eaters. But that's going to be the end of part 1, just because what I'm recording this on, for some reason, cuts the videos off at about 5 minutes, or 5 or 6 minutes. So that's going to be end of that, and I'll be back.